we're coming back to you live from our
And we're coming
house
back
in
to you
Nuggs.
live. Oh, sorry. I was really letting my brain breathe there, and that just came
Would
out.
you
That was
ruin?
crazy.
Although I will say, to be fair, that is what happens whenever I let my brain breathe. I just say those words.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. If try, you do it again. This time I won't interrupt you.
No, I'm using that. It's okay.
No,
It's too
no, no,
late.
no, no. You do it again for me, for the
I
people.
already I put my whole energy into it. If I do it again, it's just not going to be as good. No
Oh
one's going to
man,
really like me as much.
I'm so sorry I ruined that for you, man. I couldn't help myself.
This is what happens when you hire unqualified people.
I know. Whoever told me how to let my brain breathe really needs to be fired.
How dare you?
Crazy.
I almost have a bachelor's degree in psychology. I think I can tell you a thing or two about breathing brains.
Almost. Almost? That's pretty cute.
Exactly. Thank you.
Imagine almost being almost.
Almost to almost. Is that my new album
It could
coming
be.
out next spring?
Next spring? Wow, is that a promise?
No, I'll be real. If I released an album, it would be called Music to Feel Existential Dread To. That's what it would be called.
Oh, I was so worried you were gonna steal my title.
What's your title?
Obviously, I'm stealing psychic secretions.
Oh, how dare you?
I mean,
How you stole it for? How, you said what the fetch? You said,
what?
you're like, I'm worried that you would steal my title, and I said, what title? And then you said, I'm stealing, which implies that it's mine.
Well, I mean, you did say the words first, but really it was my brainchild original.
If you really think about, if you look into the
In the
minutiae,
collective unconscious, it was actually my thought first.
it was our thought.
Yeah.
Just hear the communist anthem start playing. You know? What the fetch am I doing?
I know.
So Zach,
So Sean.
it's a Monday. We're talking to each other on a Monday. This has never happened before. How does it feel?
Wow, this is some crazy small talk about Mondays. Okay. Wrong. Feels wrong. It's a Monday. I'm recording Spicy Nuggs, and we just told the audience that it's actually a Monday. So when they watch this on freaking Wednesday, they're going to be pissed that it didn't come out on a Monday because we recorded it on a Monday. And
Dude, I'll just put it out next Monday, and they'll think it's the same day.
dude, you are so smart. This is why you're here. Honestly, one, to do all the editing and post all the videos, so I don't have to do it. But two, because sometimes, like just sometimes, don't let your ego go too big here. But sometimes you have a somewhat okay idea. Okay, I said don't let it go to your head, and I was just like exploding.
I'm not.
So
I'm not.
Calm down.
I'm fine. It's okay. I'm just. No one's ever
It
said
doesn't seem like
something
you're
that
okay.
nice to me before.
Yeah, don't get used to it. Got him.
Don't
Woo!
worry, I won't.
No, Sean.
I-
In all honesty, I'm really glad that we do this podcast together, and that things are just going so splendidly on a Monday. And I hope you can just sense the dripping sarcasm that's coming out right now.
It's a Monday. I gotta do it one more time.
That video is so good.
That's top tier YouTube, man.
Man.
I miss him so much. Olin Rogers. Olin Rogers, where have you gone? Why have you abandoned us in our time of need?
May he rest in peace.
I assume he's dead. It's probably true.
I mean, if he's not posting anymore, what's the other explanation?
That's true. People only care about their lives on the internet, and if they no longer exist there, they are 100% dead. That's what
And
happens
if they're
every-
not dead, they're dead to me. So really, they're basically just dead.
Do you think? Tell me this, Zach.
Okay.
From your perspective, right?
From my perspective.
Let's play this game. Let's play the game where like we'd be very distrustful of everything around us, right? So
Oh,
let's
yeah.
say, for instance, that the only thing you can prove that is real is your own brain, is you, because you're thinking.
I
But you
think
can't
therefore
prove
I am.
anyone else. Yeah, but you can't prove anyone else is thinking. So you can't prove that they exist, right?
Of
So
course.
you exist and you're potentially creating everything around you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that things you don't think about don't exist, or are they just dead?
Oh. Well, if I am thinking about it, then it clearly exists to me. So therefore, it exists in some manner. So obviously, the explanation is it is either one, a deception, and what I perceive as actually being is not reality, or two, it is all just dead.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Well, guys,
You
say
know,
I put my I know everything tie on today, so
I
kind
could
of got it
tell.
down.
It was tasty. It was real tasty.
Sean, this brings up a great problem that we have within the Spicy Nugs universe.
Explain it to me. My eyeball is touching my microphone. Explain it to me.
We do not have I know everything tie on the merch store.
I know, it's crazy. It actually is insane.
And I'm kind of like really annoyed by that, gonna be honest.
Of all of the things I haven't taken time to create a trashy JPEG file of, like of all the things, literally the easiest one. It's so simple to do.
Can we get that NFT on the merch store real soon? I kind of need it.
The NFT going. I think I'm no promises.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe
You know what? No, I got this. Don't I'll take this burden upon myself.
Zach, don't do that.
No.
I've never done a single thing for this podcast. I don't want you to start now.
You're so right. You take this, Sean. You take this. I believe in you.
There's a video. There's an episode where I think it was the first one that Corby was on with us.
Okay.
We were talking about aphantasia and like concept of stuff, I think. And there's a moment in there where we describe, I can't remember why, but I remember describing like a waterfall with like 17 rainbows above it or something along those lines, right?
Okay.
And I said, one of you guys needs to make that so that I can stick the image in this episode. And both of you were like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I was like, I literally don't know how to do that. I need you guys to do that. And neither of you did. Neither of you did a dang thing for Spicy Nugs.
Well, we just established I haven't done a single thing for it. I can't start.
It's like you guys, do you even care? Do
I
you
don't really care about anything, gonna be honest.
You don't even care about me. You don't even care about the YouTube money, the exposure I'm paying you.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Say that one more time.
One more time.
No. What you just said before that.
What you just said.
You said something about paying me an exposure and not the YouTube money.
Right.
What? No.
This has been agreed upon.
Whoa. We agreed that you were getting the exposure because it's going on the YouTube channel you created.
No. Listen, man.
No. You signed the contract.
We were eating Spice Nugs together. You took a nugget. You slit your finger with it.
True. That's true.
You signed the contract with your blood. I had just written it on like a loose leaf piece of paper. But I'm a notary, so I notarized it.
Okay,
so it's pretty dang official.
But that's the crazy part. Is I did do that, but that was after you signed above my name saying that you were the one getting paid in exposure.
So now wait a second. If I'm not getting paid the YouTube money,
yeah,
and you're not getting paid,
no, I am getting paid the YouTube money.
Are we both getting paid in exposure right now?
Holy fetch! Who's getting the YouTube money, Sean? Who is it? Where are they?
Where is she?
Where's Rachel? The plot thickens.
Little does Zach know, this is just my ploy so that he never realizes I've been taking all the YouTube money.
Sorry, what was that, Sean? Did you say something? I was like kind of zoned out there real fast.
I was just thinking about some other stuff.
Oh.
You want to go on to my topic today?
Oh, yeah, but could you close your ears real fast?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
busy.
Okay,
Here,
yeah,
borrow.
perfect, perfect.
That fool. I've been siphoning the YouTube money from him the whole time.
Sean, how's it going, man?
That's going all
You
right.
said you had a
Oh,
topic, right?
yeah, no, totally fine. Real quick, could I just say, just to cover you really quick.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Little did Zach know I was already aware of him siphoning the money, so he's been siphoning it back into my bank account. That's all.
Sorry, what?
Nothing.
Oh.
So anyways.
Was there like a draft in your room or something?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a really bad draft. You should get that looked at. That's crazy.
Yeah. You know what's weird? This is completely off topic. Here we go. I
go.
went into my laundry room today to
Oh.
grab clothes out of the dryer.
Like you
and
do.
It smelled like smoke inside.
What?
And I was like,
Is your
this is concerning.
dryer burning, Sean?
So I start inspecting things around. Nothing's on fire. Nothing's burnt. I'm like, maybe it's in the other room. I leave the room, come into this one. The laundry room's right next to this one. Everything's fine in here. I'm like, huh.
Did you check the lint trap?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
So then I go upstairs to take a shower, and I'm like, I can smell the smoke.
What the fetch?
And so I open the door, and it is coming from outside. There. I haven't figured it out yet, but there is like a burnt log outside of my house. Right now.
What? I'm sorry. Someone just burnt a log in your yard.
I don't know, man. I was I was just like, I'm just gonna shower.
Man, I'm glad you found my gift.
Oh, thank you. The nice smell of a campfire.
It was just some aromatics for you there. Like, I knew it would elevate the atmosphere for you this morning.
And it certainly did, young man. It certainly did.
Honestly, that's kind of strange. I'm not gonna lie.
I
feel a
think
little
I must be
concerned.
mistaken. I think I must be mistaken. I think because our house has like from the previous owners, there's like a thing filled with firewood on the side. So
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is it must be one of those that like got pulled out and it wasn't actually burnt. I just mislooked at it and something else was burning further away. That's my current guess, but I also haven't left my house to figure it out.
I hope you keep me updated on this riveting plot right now and
What mystery.
the suspense that is surely to build from here on out.
Okay. You want a real topic today? I can give you a real topic.
I mean, if you want to do a real topic, I guess.
You ready for this crap? You ready for this crap? This is gonna blow your mind. You freaking idiot. This is gonna, you know what? This is gonna be crazy, man. Okay, so. Did I talk to you about this already?
I don't know. You haven't told me what it is yet.
Did I talk to you about Nietzsche and some of his philosophy on nihilism?
I believe you said the name before. I don't know where you're going with this, though, so...
Okay. Well, tell me if we've said this before.
It's just going to be a repeat episode. It's going to be awesome.
That'll be riveting content. I mean, it kind of will, because a lot of it connects to stuff we've already talked about. But so here's the concept. Nietzsche, known as the father of nihilism, even though he himself was not a nihilist.
How does that work?
He's the guy who said God is dead and we killed him, and he was referring to the idea that because of he lived in the 1800s during the scientific revolution had happened in 16 to 1700s, and then the Enlightenment, and now he's in the Industrial Revolution, right? So the world is changing, mass production is happening, and because of that, he realized that like a lot of early European beliefs. You couldn't just believe them anymore. Like you kind of had to you could say you still believed in Christ, but things were going to change. And so that's what he meant by like God is dead. We killed him. The Industrial Revolution has killed God. And so for a lot of people, they were like, oh shoot, I guess we're nihilists now. But for Nietzsche, his whole thing was God is dead. We killed him, and we need to find a new value system. We need to find new meaning in life. He was not a nihilist at all. He was determined to find new meaning, actually, which is the opposite of nihilism, right?
The idea that like the founding father of nihilism wasn't even a nihilist. Like that is fascinating.
Very strange, right? Nihilism is such a weird. Yeah, it's been crazy in class. Anyways, but one of the things Nietzsche talks about in regards to the human life is he really liked the idea that life is like a play or a book that you're writing, okay? And you're the author of your own life. He was like, it
Right.
sounds cliche, but he was really loved that idea. And so he created this concept he called the eternal return. And the idea is that if you like reached the end of your life, you lived your whole life, and at the end you were told you now are going to go relive your whole life without being able to change anything. Would you be happy with that?
Oh dang.
So I'll leave it at that first. There's that thought. I mean, you don't have to answer it specifically, but like, let's start there. Any thoughts on just that question? You've reached the end of your life, and you're told you're gonna relive the whole thing. You can't change a thing. Are you happy with that?
So I have a few thoughts. Initially, I think this idea, like by posing this question, it makes you one want to live in such a way that you are happy with your life, right? It's like if you have to relive this moment over and over and over, like you have to make it something that you love. At the same time, though, I kind of hate the idea of being forced to live this exact thing and going through the exact same trials over and over. Like that sounds dreadful.
Yeah.
That's my first impressions.
I think, yeah, and that's super fair. And I think for Nietzsche, his whole thing was, if you wouldn't want to do that, then what are you doing? Change something. Change your life right now.
Ooh.
That was his whole thing, which was crazy. We taught this was, I think, maybe the first or second day of our nihilism class, and I left the class very motivated that day, which I never expected to happen for my nihilism class.
That's fair.
But it was just like it's a very like empowering idea where it's like, listen, if there's something in your life you don't like, change it. Like that simple.
Man.
Like take control of your own life. Go and do something about it. Don't let yourself be controlled.
Yeah. That I'm just thinking like now. Like, I was kind of focused on like, man, I'd have to relive the same moments over and over again, right? But like, if you are reliving your life, you wouldn't know it in the moment or at the time. You're rediscovering exactly what you discovered previously, but it's still brand new to you each time.
Yeah.
So like in a way, is like it's not even like there is that sense of like, because like I'm like, man, but like there's no sense of like if I have to relive this every like over and over endlessly, it's like there's no room for like discovering more or discovering something else. But at the same time, if I'm just rediscovering something but it's new every time, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Which I find that like that idea kind of strange. And I agree that like when like you mentioned like if you do find the idea dreadful that you would have to like there's a change that needs to happen, like I do think that is motivating. Like is like I said initially, it's like there is a purpose in everyday life now, right? It's like it's to not only do your best, but like to find what you are passionate about, find what you love.
Yeah. I really liked the concept, but it did lead me. I agree. I feel like there's like this scary like I'm already too far in, you know? Like
Yeah.
why wasn't I told about this earlier? Like why wasn't I told like live your life the way you want to earlier? Which is crazy to say. It's ridiculous. But like it's like I'm too far in. I already have regrets. If I relive my life again, I'm gonna have those same regrets. Right?
Yeah, it's like even if I do start now, there's 20 years in the past, right? Like that, like I can't change. Well, and then that also like leads the question: who's to say this is the first time? Like, maybe everything is just predetermined already because we've already lived our life, and this is just one of the endless scenarios of us reliving it.
And that's an interesting point too, because that almost invalidates his entire point.
Right. It's like
Because he says, take control of your life, go and do something with it. Well, if this is just you reliving it, then you already had that thought before.
yeah, and if you can't, if this is not the first time, there's nothing you can do then, no matter what you do, to change into a better life.
Mm-hmm.
So it really depends on one. He has to believe this is the first time then, but then there would have to be some argument as of why, and some reasoning of, I don't know.
Well, here's my thought from this. Okay. Specifically about regrets and looking at it from this perspective, right? Because for him, he's like, take control of your life, go and do what you want with it, right? Which is
Right.
cool. It's great. But if you're old enough to understand that concept, you already have regrets, right?
Ooh, I like that.
If you're constantly reliving the same life and you're going to have those regrets no matter what, is it possible? Ooh, there's a burp. Is it possible to accept and or let go of those regrets?
I feel like you are forced to accept them because you like there's no going back. Like, yes, even like you have to, you could be forced to end like remake those same mistakes at this point. Like, I feel like there's no other option but to accept them. Whether you can truly accept them and like be okay with the idea that like I was young, naive, and ignorant, and like that's just gonna be how I am every time. Like that's how everyone is when they're growing up, right? So like you could either see it as like a natural part of the cycle, or you can see it as like a detriment of like, man, I will never be able to live the perfect life.
Yeah. So then that opens up maybe a more grounded question of the idea of regrets, right?
Yeah.
Because okay, so like in that scenario, you have two choices basically. You're forced to accept that that's the way it's going to be, or you're forced into this torturous like I'm never going to live the perfect life. But in a way, that's already maybe our two options with regrets already. Because like what else can you do with them anyways in life, right? I mean, there's learning and growing, right? And I'm not saying that doesn't exist. Obviously, you learn from your past mistakes and you grow from them. But just because you learn from something you regret doesn't mean you don't regret it.
Yes. Yes.
So maybe
But
the more grounded question for me is like what how does a person deal with their regret? How do you come to terms with those things even if you've already learned and grown from them, which I think we talk about all the time in culture and life and stuff. Like we've already learned, we've already grown, we've become something new, but like you can still regret them, and what do you do with that?
so my kind of first thought with regret is, does regret even matter? Um,
Ooh,
Kind of going, nihilism.
how
Kind of funny.
nihilistic of you.
Yeah, because there's nothing you can do about it. It's written in stone. Um, so does it even matter if you are able to deal with the regret or not?
I guess my thought would be, and maybe this can argue against what I said previously. My thought would be regrets can hold you back from continuing forward. I guess the
Right.
argument there would be, have you really grown in that case?
Right, and also it kind of circles back to the argument of, is this your first life that's going to be being relived? Um, like it really depends, like because I will. So I'll say this: if this is truly the first life that we are living and every choice we make is what we are going to be living with eternally, I think overcoming regret and be able to move past it is like probably one of the most important things in this life.
That probably becomes at least secondary to like Nietzsche's idea of just like go live your life to the fullest. That would probably be the purpose of life, is to learn how to deal with your regrets.
It's create the life you want while minimizing regret, basically. And then but if it is the second or third, fourth, fifth, 100th, millionth time you're reliving life, regret doesn't matter anymore because you're gonna regret the same thing no matter what. I know, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Tell me why I'm wrong, Sean.
What's that?
I said, tell me
tell
why I'm
everyone
wrong.
Well, here's why. It's really easy to say that regret doesn't matter, but if you're still on your millionth time on life, it still feels like your first time.
It's true.
And so no matter what, you still feel like you can say, oh, it doesn't matter, but you're still feeling regret, which sucks.
I mean, regret does suck, but there's no chance of you overcoming that regret if you did it before. So really, I had my I know everything tie on this whole time, and I was just baiting you into giving some stupid response.
Wow.
Man,
Dude,
got him.
That's so devastating, the idea that if you don't defeat or you don't come to terms with your regret in this life, you're just going to live another life and you're never going to ever come to terms with your regret eternally.
Yeah, no, yes. Like I almost think this philosophy is more destroying and like than it is helpful because of that idea. Like it is extremely useful and like motivating and like inspiring if this is your first life and you know it is. But if it's not, that is so defeating.
Yeah. Huh. That's good stuff. Yeah, that's all I got on that.
Well, I mean, we are at like the perfect mark, so works out.
Beautiful. Well, everybody, tell us your regrets in the comments.
And tell me why I'm right in the comments because I had my tie on today.
You know what is one thing you'll never regret? Going on down to that merch store and picking up some beautiful merch.
Don't regret not hitting that like and subscribe button while you're at it.
You will never regret those things. Thank you all so much for joining us. I am still Sean.
And I'm still Zach.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye. Zach is right. Zach is always right. Sean is wrong. Always very wrong.
Sean is right. Sean is always right. Zach is wrong. Zach is very wrong. Do 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 do. That's amazing.
I love how you didn't say a single word. You just all of a sudden started playing the guitar. I had no idea. I was legit convinced it was the video I was watching. And then like it dawned on me.
I did say I'm back, and then I just heard nothing.
Wait, really?
Yeah, 100%, man.
I did not even hear you say I'm back. I just all of a sudden heard this soft guitar in the background just being strummed away. I was like, wait. Huh?
That's beautiful. Wow, that
Your
is
face
the
is
thing
beautiful.
of beauty. Stop.
No.
I mean, there is.
Well, I mean,
Keep going.
no. Now you want me to, like, it's not that I want to compliment you or anything.
That's fair. I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah. Could you think about it that way next time, though? Like,
okay.
oh, cool. Thanks, man.
I just pooped my pants when I was trying to do that, but you know.
Oh, well, it doesn't really add up, to be honest. With the information I had about 15 minutes ago, it doesn't really add up. Go throw that out there, just leave it. Let it rest.
It's we're in a simulation. It's all an illusion. So it makes sense if you really Just like let your brain breathe.
You couldn't see, but I was trying to let my brain breathe, and about exploded.
That's pretty normal. Let's. Hey, audience, we're recording, right?
Have been for a while.
Great. Hey, audience, go ahead and just let your brain breathe. Just take a deep breath in, let your muscles relax, let go of that tension in your shoulders, and just let yourself say,